While I slept, he cleared out our entire apartment. All because of one drunken lapse at an office party. Hi everyone, welcome back. If you've ever seen a single mistake snowball into the loss of everything that mattered to you, this story will strike a chord. I'm Clara, 30 years old, and not long ago, I thought I was living the life I had always dreamed of. I was married to Nathan, 32, and for 2 years we built a meaningful life together, full of love, laughter, and what we thought were unshakable dreams. But it all unraveled in ways I never imagined. That morning, something felt wrong. Our apartment, once filled with warmth and memories, was eerily empty. Furniture, decorations, even framed photographs gone. At first, I thought we had been robbed, but the doors were locked, nothing was broken. That's when I saw the note on the kitchen counter. Nathan's handwriting, unmistakable. Happy New Year, Clara. May your fresh start treat you better than I did. I sank into the nearest chair, heart pounding. The man who had stood beside me through every storm had simply disappeared. No warning. No goodbye. Let me take you back. 3 years ago, I began an internship at a mid-sized marketing firm in Chicago. That's where I met Nathan. He was the team supervisor, organized, quietly confident, magnetic in a subtle way. I tried to remain professional, but chemistry doesn't follow rules. After collaborating on a few projects, we started dating. 8 months later, we were engaged. He proposed during a snowy weekend in Lake Geneva. Just us, the mountains, and a love that felt infinite. After we married, life moved fast. Nathan got a job offer from a larger firm that nearly doubled his salary. We upgraded to a bigger apartment, mapped out our future, vacations, renovations, maybe kids. My career also advanced, with promotions that brought more hours, more pressure. I began bringing work home, staying up late, leaning on alcohol to cope. One night, what started as a glass of wine became a full bottle. I blacked out completely. That was my wake-up call. I checked into rehab and took 6 months off. It was the toughest journey of my life. Nathan stayed beside me the entire time. That was the kind of man he was: steadfast, patient, and loving even when I faltered. Upon my return, I was placed under a new manager, Evan Miles. Mid-30s, confident, charming. Nathan warned me about him. He said Evan was manipulative, but I dismissed it as jealousy. Evan seemed competent, engaging, and charming. When a colleague went on leave, I often stayed late working with him. Texts, emails, late nights, always for work. Nathan noticed and questioned the closeness. I insisted it was strictly professional. But the emotional breach began slowly. Evan shared personal details, listened when I confessed my fears and frustrations, and offered comfort I hadn't realized I needed. One night, after everyone had left, he brought me coffee. I broke down, revealing my guilt and the burden of pretending everything was fine. In a moment of raw emotion, I hugged him. I kissed him. Not romantic, just messy and confused. We immediately pulled away, both feeling shame. Pretending it hadn't happened didn't erase the damage. Whispers started at work, people noticing our closeness, laughter, body language. Eventually, it reached Nathan. One evening, he confronted me, demanding the truth. I lied, saying it was workplace gossip. I didn't mention the kiss. I thought I could bury it and move forward. By December, I tried to make amends. I cooked his favorite meal, planned a quiet evening, promised to switch teams after the project. Nathan seemed to soften. We agreed to reset in the new year. Then came the firm's New Year's Eve party. Evan suggested Nathan attend to feel included. I agreed. Drinks flowed. I hadn't touched alcohol in over a year, but it was New Year's. 1 glass became 5. Nathan's concern grew. I brushed him off. At some point, I sat next to Evan. The next morning, I woke to an empty apartment. Everything gone. Nathan. Our belongings. I called him, no answer. I reread his note. Over the next days, I met Evan at a cafe. He filled in the blanks. Nathan had tried to stop me from drinking. I resisted, we argued, and at midnight, I hugged and kissed Evan again, this time not hidden. Nathan left. Everything gone. Months later, I live alone in a quiet Chicago apartment. Bare walls, empty rooms. Nathan hasn't reached out, and I doubt he ever will. I'm sober again. But the emptiness isn't just about quitting alcohol. It's losing the one person who stood by me when no one else did. Trust is delicate. Sometimes it isn't the betrayal itself that ends a relationship. It's secrets, emotional distance, and reckless choices we excuse in moments of weakness. If someone loves you at your lowest, never give them reason to doubt you at your peak.